back or something. That pink thing is sticking out like in dog's balls. And when I got here, the solar panels look pretty nice, but I did notice that the air conditioner behind it was still pink, and it sort of looks like balls on a dog running down the street. So I've got to go in there right now and say, dude, come the out here, look at that thing. That looks like shit. Are we planning to leave it like that?
Altogether, so far we're $10,232. Low price, best in town, hardwood, solid wood. You sell this house, you're gonna get at least 3 times back.
Today was an extremely effective day in our build process of the dumpster fire house. And we met with Chris from KHL this morning, and we did the entire layout, and we have everything already on a grid, ready to go for our contractors. And this whole process took less than a couple of hours. And in that short time, we were able to get to the house, do the layout with Chris at KHL, come back to the showroom, go through the entire warehouse to pick the right cabinetry that we wanted. And we have now made the order. That was really good efficiency of time. And that's one of the bonuses of having a company like KHL, that you can do everything in one stop. It saves time, it saves money, and in our line of work, time is money. So it was super efficient today.
Welcome back to Flippin' Fresno. All the materials you see on this show are supplied by KHL Construction.
KHL Construction specializes in bringing your vision to life, focusing on the artistry of custom cabinets and countertops. Here, every detail matters, and every project is a testament to their dedication to quality and precision.
Remember, we have custom cabinets, prefab cabinets like the ones I have behind me. Everything is going to be 10% off as long as you put the down payment before January 1st.
Whether you're envisioning a sleek, modern kitchen or a cozy traditional space, KHL Construction offers a stunning array of custom cabinets and countertops. From the moment you step into their showroom, you'll be inspired by the endless possibilities that await.
Right here in Fresno, California, we have 2 locations. One's gonna be on 1492 North Clark. The second location is at 4055 West Shaw.
Feel free to reach out to KHL Construction at 559-277-8628.
How's it going? Nothing like meeting on a Sunday afternoon, right? Okay, let's go do this thing. It's a nice building. So mate, here we are, back when it all started a couple of years ago, where you were this young and ambitious realtor. And after meeting you, I was like, this guy's a hunter-killer, and you have similar values, which is quite extraordinary. So here we are a couple of years later, obviously successful, right?
Yep.
Doing tons of homes and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting going back to where we first started to where we are now.
So yeah, this journey basically all started with a phone call. Got on the phone with Darren. He was interested in investing in Fresno and taking distressed homes, remodeling them, putting them back on the market at an affordable price. After he basically explained to me what his goal was, what he was looking to do here in Fresno, we discussed the kind of properties in specific that he was looking for. When we started, after that first initial call we had, you explained to me what you were looking for and what kind of homes you're interested in, and you used the word line of sight. And it was so difficult for me to understand what line of sight really was, what that meant. There was a specific thing that he would always say is there has to be a line of sight. If the line of sight is not there, then I don't want to buy that home. And I just didn't really know what he meant by line of sight. And you did your best to explain it, and didn't get the first time, so I asked again. Didn't get the second time, I asked again. And the 4th time I wasn't gonna ask because I was like, now I just look dumb. I went to the drawing board, basically, went on the MLS, looked for homes, and it was kind of broad because I didn't really understand what he meant by line of sight. So the list was just, I remember it was like 145 homes that I had to go through because I just didn't really know what a line of sight meant, right? And I narrow it down and I go through every single one. And I narrow it down to about 45, 50 listings that I think were gonna be good matches for flips. I send that over to you and you send it back like in minutes with only 15 homes. So I sent over the list of 45 and immediately he sends back a list of 15 out of the 45. And I'm like, bro, like I spent so much time going through these homes and you just immediately wiped out 30 homes. So I had to go through those 15 homes to see what was the similarities in that. That's when I figured out what line of sight meant. The shift back so you can have the privacy parameter wall and fenced.
It's sort of like you understand the criteria, you understand what people need.
Yeah.
And you have an amazing ability to cater to what your investors like myself want and need. So it's quite efficient in terms of time. And as you know, with real estate, time is money.
We ended up submitting offers for 3 homes, got 2 offers accepted. And from the 2 offers, only one of them was one that we thought had the most potential, and we chose the right one because that one we had purchased for $200,000, but during escrow towards the end, I was able to get $3,000 credit back. So we ended up purchasing it for $197,000. Then that home went and sold for over $400K after remodel. Focus on the sale, focus on the process. Once you've got the process down, you're gonna get paid, repeat the process and just continue the same thing. So the same thing with the homes. You've got the process down, you've done a few test properties.
Yeah.
It took a while to figure that out, right? But now you've got it down. Like for each house, we're doing multiple homes at a time now. So I mean, it all shows, the progress shows where we came from.
Flippin' Fresno. Flippin' Fresno.
Welcome back to Flippin' Fresno. All the supplies that you see in the show are supplied by KHL Construction.
KHL Construction takes pride in not only providing top-notch products, but also ensuring a seamless installation process. Their expert craftsmen bring precision and care to every project, turning your visions into reality.
So this holiday season, we're gonna have 10% off of all of the materials.
This holiday season, KHL Construction is thrilled to offer an exclusive 10% discount on all custom cabinets and countertops. It's their way of spreading cheer and making your dream home more attainable. Located at 4055 West Shaw Avenue in Fresno, give them a call at 559-277-8628.
So I'm here at one of our flips downtown in Fresno, and it's an extremely stressful day because I was here yesterday and I went through the mail and I received a letter from the city telling me there's a bunch of stuff here that wasn't permitted and which we acquired from the previous seller. So that was really interesting with one of our homes that we're currently doing right now, and we had the city of Fresno come down and they were like little ninjas and they photographed a bunch of stuff that needed permitting. And of course, we didn't do any additional structures, we just remodeled what we had. And now we're in the process of having to get the permits. So now we have to go through every piece of this house, find out everything that was done incorrectly and fix it in order to satisfy the city of Fresno permitting department. And I think what saved us is the fact that all our homes, we have our title insurance, which I think most people should do, particularly if you're buying a home for that extra level of protection.
Definitely, yeah.
And that was really interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting, especially because One of the structures that was there that we knew was unpermitted, we removed.
We removed, yeah.
Because you know it's unpermitted, it's not gonna fly. We don't even want to deal with this unpermitted stuff anyways.
If we don't fix it, we'll get citations every single day, and we'll have issues with selling the house, so we're in a rock and a hard place. We were very lucky because we had Sergio, our friend Sergio, come down from RA Designs and look through it, and he was like, well, the little courtyard on the far right-hand side on the west wing of the house, it was like, it's got a 6x4, it's properly done. He's like, well, that's definitely done to code. So he took photographs of that, and then he got his little scanner and he measured the studs, and the studs all lined up, even in the next room, because we redid all that when we took the drywall out and replaced the insulation. So that's all up to code. So, I mean, a lot of things that they found, we were able to send in to the county
with the plans and the pictures.
With the plans and the permits and stuff to get these permits, and it was definitely a challenge.
My guess, and it's a very educated guess, is that the owner that actually, not the bank that you bought the house from, but the previous owner, they built, it was a small house, so they put more square footage because they needed more square footage. Unfortunately, they didn't go the route that they should have gone, which is hire an architect and to come in and do the building and get the right permits. So the city came down and said, you know what, this was added. This was not here, this is not on our records. We need to have permits for this. And unfortunately, you're the one that now has to do that.
Because it kind of set us back a little bit, and we have to spend more money on architects and structural engineers and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth it to us because you get to sleep well at night, I get to sleep well at night, and whoever buys our home knows that the home is done correctly, it's permitted, it's fully legal, right? And every little thing in that house is planned and permitted.
The only issue that I can see right now is the front porch, because I can see the structure. I would have to look at how this was built in order to give Darren more of a sense of what it's going to take for us to comply with code.
And then whatever we need to do to the front to reinforce or change out some posts, like whatever, it's just we can do all that.
Hopefully it's not the beams that we cannot replace, but even if that is the case, it shouldn't be a...
Too many issue. Because it seems to be spaced out correctly, you know? So.
Yeah, the problem is that they put a 4x4 as the beam, and usually those have to be when you have that big of a span.
At the end of the day, I have to take the phone calls from prospective agents, buyers, and sellers, right? And we're very transparent on our end as well. Yeah. And you've always told me you don't have to sugarcoat it, just go ahead and be transparent. It is what it is, and we are doing everything we can to go ahead and take care of it.
I kind of, as much as I don't like to have these kinds of things happen, it's kind of good when they happen because it puts everybody in check and makes
it keeps you honest.
It keeps you honest, and I think that if there was a way in a budget that we could do this for every single one of our homes, I would love to do it, because that way I know, and you know, every home that we've done is perfect, and that's important for us and the people that trust us with their life savings when they buy a house. I think it's a very good thing that the city of Fresno are so interested to make sure that their homes are safe and all that stuff.
And that's the way to do it. And if you're a city, you want to make sure that whatever city you're building, the infrastructure you're putting in, it's good for everybody else. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and reputation is everything, you know? I think that's where a lot of flippers lose the plot, because they're all about the bottom line. This is somebody's castle you're building. This is someone's house they're gonna have their children. You know, you don't want the roof coming down on a child, you know? Or when they're sleeping, you don't want that, or in the rain. So, and they trusted you with their hard-earned money. And, you know, unfortunately, Fresno has a lot of homes like this. And we're here to change it. We're here to change Fresno one home at a time.
Honestly, I like what he's doing. I love the fact that he's trying to bring a little more design into a town that needs it. I mean, living in LA for a while, you know, my wife is from San Diego. So it's one of those things that you get to see that architecture in those places, and to be able to see that now coming to Fresno, I think it's amazing to be able to see that.
Mate, thank you for coming down.
Anytime.
I'm excited to work with you again.
Sadly, it's on these circumstances, but...
And like always, you'll say...
That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to Flippin' Fresno. All the supplies that you see in the show are supplied by KHL Construction.
Welcome to the heart of Fresno, where innovation meets craftsmanship and dreams take shape. Today, we introduce you to KHL Construction, your premier destination for home remodeling, located at 4055 West Shaw Avenue in Fresno.
This holiday season, we're doing 10% off on all of our materials. So if you have a big enough job, you're getting a whole lot of money back.
Nestled in this vibrant community, KHL Construction stands as a beacon of excellence in home improvement. As you step through its doors, you enter a realm where design meets functionality and where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary.
You can secure this deal as long as you put your down payment down before January 1st.
Feel free to reach out to KHL Construction at 559-277-8628.
Flippin' Fresno.
So our final walkthrough was really interesting, where we found a lot of details that weren't done. And I kind of lost my lid, as they say, in where I'm from. And I was quite disappointed that some of the ceiling was not done correctly. Some of the gaps weren't touched up properly with the paint, and you could see these different color texture differences, right? And little things that drove me absolutely bonkers. Is the refrigerator door open now?
So it does open, but check this out. So it opens, but the closing part is where it gets difficult at.
Our contractor obviously sensed that, you sensed that, and you pointed out, I think, 11 different things.
Then there's a chip at this board as well.
Chip on the baseboard?
No, on this piece.
Oh, chip? That was quite frustrating. Yeah. It was a frustrating afternoon.
It was a little frustrating, especially when I went to go prepare for the open house and I went to go look at the home. And I pay attention to details. And I know a buyer would too. And I noticed these little things like the rubber on the garage, or the grout missing underneath the sink maybe. Mm-hmm. The brand new floor has a little bit of chip in it. Like where does this come from? You know, so it always feels like, damn, I'm about to let these buyers down. They're about to walk into this home and I'm gonna let them know how well of a job we've done, because we've done all the brand new electrical, we've done all brand new plumbing. So yeah, I think it was it was a little frustrating, but it was good to see how you were able to direct Mario to go ahead and see these issues, and he right away took it upon himself to go ahead and make sure he takes care of them. So working with flippers and investors, you know, it has its ups and downs. Sometimes the work is not consistent, right? So there might be some touch-ups or finishes that just are not up to par. Normally when you walk into the kitchen, you want to have like a light here or flick a light here, right? But even for like the living room, you don't have a light unless you turn it on from here or you go over there and turn them on. It is actually major work that needs to be, you know, addressed, because this is the finishing. This is what ties in the entire home. The appraisal is what sells the home. Yeah. So an appraisal is done based on comps, but also on the condition of the home, and that helps us get a lot more value for the home. Because the main thing we need to worry about is the appraiser, man. Yeah. We don't
go through everything, bro.
We don't want to get nicked for that stuff.
They call out every little thing.
So seeing that stuff when I walk in the home and I'm preparing for the open house, and the home is not exactly where it needs to be, it's stressful, right? Because now we've been advertising it for weeks. We've been, preparing for the open house for so long, and walk into the home, and the home, you can visibly see some areas that need to be addressed.
Then you mentioned something about a copper piping for the hot water? You said copper? Okay, is that up to code now? Okay.
Because I know Darren is gonna take care of this stuff. And I know if I point it out, and if I'm seeing it, he's seeing it, and he's gonna take care of it. So as soon as I pointed it out, he was able to go ahead and call the contractor to get it taken care of.
He did an amazing Memethian job here right? And all that has to be done are little things, which are big things to the eyes of the buyers and to me. However, overall picture is pretty good.
And I was telling them, like, from day one when we walked in, whatever his vision was, you brought it to life.
Yeah, everything that we wanted to achieve, we achieved. That was just a case of, a couple of days of details and things like that before the appraiser shows up.
The day we pointed these things out, there was already work being done that day. Like, I stayed after the open house for a little bit longer just so we can get the garage stuff taken care of. And it was taken care of that same day. So that was very, very efficient, man. That was really good. I appreciate that, yeah.
And then the cool thing is it's all at the $379,000 price, which is well under $400,000, which is super affordable. What would the mortgage on something like this be typically for
I would say about 2,700.
So it's affordable. That's really affordable. Yeah.
I think it's just an important thing that we're doing here because we're changing not just the homeless, but the whole perspective, where we're trying to eliminate bars on windows, things like that. And it's a mission for me because that's what I came here to Fresno to do. I didn't come here to build $1 million homes. I came here to develop the low and middle class. Essentially, you're changing the narrative, changing the value of a location and a zip code, one home at a time.
One home at a time.
And that's amazing. And if we can be a catalyst in that, then it's worth it.
I soon realized, during my year one of real estate that I really, really need somebody to help me navigate through this business, right? A mentor would be the best option at this point, right? Who better than the top producer at the last company that I worked with?
First of all, I don't like the word team. I did not like the word team. I take that back. I think in the beginning, I didn't appreciate teams because in the industry, it was a joke. No one was taking it seriously, right? Yeah. And people were complaining. I realized they were complaining because it's easy to criticize the team across the street that's making lots of money or lots of transactions or have lots of successful agents because you see it on social media, you see it on paper, you see it on MLS. It's easy to hate from across the street, right? And I think that's what I was realizing in the beginning. I didn't like the word team. So I didn't want to make it a team as in, no, you have to wear this color to be on this team. I want to be a group.
So he said, just give me about a week or so. I'm getting everything put together. I'm gonna get all the office ready, and I'll give you a call. I was like, nah, he's gonna give me a call. He's just putting me off in a way. Like he's not gonna call me. A week later, he actually called. He goes, yo, I'm about to open up the office. Why don't you come and check it out and let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we can do here.
Well, I was telling you guys, you guys are the best, and it's not to make you guys feel better, because you guys really are the best, right? And I think it's because we have all similar principles. We're all seeking opportunities when we weren't given anywhere else. And that's where there's no animosity. It is strictly just supportive culture, period.
Yeah. So it only made sense, like this is the mentor I've been looking for, right? I told him, look, I don't care what it takes. I don't care when or how, but I'm joining your team.
You're living proof of it. You're living proof of the success too that could happen within the team, like working. And so if you get the work done, just do the work and success will come.
And the rest is history, man. This is why I'm so grateful for the Salazar group, because if it wasn't for Alex Salazar and the group itself, I don't know where I would be with my real estate career.
When I met my spouse in the beginning, I've shared the story before too, is that no kidding, our first date, I had $40 to my name, right? They were picking up my car the next day, right? And I had an eviction notice on my condo.
Because of what I've learned here at the Salazar group, working with Alex, I was able to meet a client like Darren. I was able to understand, what the client is wanting and how to apply it and put it into application. And I think my work speaks for itself.
Let's define this. Shady means like
There's only so much tape.
Salazar Group is a huge part to the success of my career, and this is just the beginning.
Thanks for watching Flippin' Fresno. I'm Chris from KHL Construction.
'Tis the season for joy and home transformations. As the holidays approach, KHL Construction is not only your go-to destination for exquisite custom cabinets and countertops, but also your ticket to festive savings.
For a limited time only, you could get 10% off on all of our materials.
This holiday season, KHL Construction is thrilled to offer an exclusive 10% discount on all custom cabinets and countertops. It's their way of spreading cheer and making your dream home more attainable.
All the materials you see on this show are supplied by KHL Construction.
Whether you're envisioning a warm, inviting kitchen for holiday gatherings or dreaming of a stylish bathroom makeover, KHL Construction has the perfect solution for you. Feel free to reach out to KHL Construction at 559-277-8628.
Yeah, so
The dumpster fire.
the dumpster fire. Yep. So that one, we went through. Well, we were in a position to buy multiple homes. It was in a location that we thought would be an ideal location to remodel this home and sell it. But then the dumpster fire came, right? It had multiple rooms, were over 3 bedrooms, and had potential for the 4th bedroom. Not only that, the lot size was great. It had a rolling fence in the front, beautiful front yard, had the line of sight you would require.
Huge backyard.
Huge backyard, and then not only that, but you had access from the backyard to the back alley, so you could bring in cars, you could bring in an RV.
Private access.
Private access. Also had the ability to build an ADU if you wanted to. So there's so much potential with this home, but the home itself was in such bad condition where even the roof had to be completely replaced. There was a lot of time, a lot of demo, a lot of, I'm sure a lot of work that took place, and I haven't seen it since then. So I'm excited to go back and see where we were at exactly with that, but maybe you could fill me in on that part.
The dumpster fire house is not only halfway done, but should have been done a week and a half ago. And we're trailing behind with the work schedule. We have people coming to see it, has to be done. I'm looking at the progress, it's halfway. It's gonna take a freaking miracle to finish this house. I don't think we're gonna do it.
We found out that in a week after we did the acquisition, that the locals were cutting holes in the wall to come over to steal out of the house. So the first thing was a perimeter fence, the second thing was the security cameras, and then that curtailed the break-ins.
It's amazing that it's just dirt right now and it's gonna be so nice after.
Yeah.
What's the plan for the window?
Cover it.
Patch it up.
We'll see, it has to be covered.
And then that's the window from the
yeah.
outside. Okay.
And we have to reduce this is tweak,
I've never been to a house, like I've heard of people knocking down a door or breaking a window, but to actually ripping off the siding of a house to get into the house.
Yeah.
That's the first for me,
epic.
and I was like, oh, well, Mario, we got to fix this, and what are we going to do? So let's get the cameras in there, and let's get the spotlights in there, and build the fence. And I said, we've got to do this in a day, because we couldn't bring anything to that house, any materials whatsoever, because people were stealing it, right? But in reality, that's what we came to Fresno to do. We came to change the narrative, right? So it was interesting to see it firsthand as to what goes on.
I noticed this room has no outlets, power outlets.
We're gonna run some.
So before I close it here, I'm gonna run some, at least 2, one and...
One on either side.
So once we installed the perimeter fence and we installed the security cameras, the theft was curtailed, and then we started getting into the house and realized that the entire floor needed to be replaced, and rotten floor and rotten rafters, and the roof needed to be redone completely. So that was the next job. We did the whole roof, brand new rafters, brand new sealant paper, and everything was torched down really well with heavy duty shingles. So essentially it has a $30,000 brand new roof.
And they wouldn't allow solar on it without the new roof either, so you had to do the new roof regardless.
Exactly. So in order for us to do the solar and the Tesla batteries and stuff like that, we had to do a brand new roof, which was a huge expense, but it was worth it.
So we're gonna go to the store to buy 40 bags of concrete mix, Each bag is 70 pounds. I'm gonna load it in the back of my, 80 pounds.
80 pounds each.
I'm gonna get a pallet of it.
It's going to sell to somebody who's mid-income and they have a limited amount of money they can spend on their mortgage, and it had to be done right. They couldn't afford to buy our homes and then have to replace a roof. Like, that's just, not only is it morally wrong to do that, but it would put the homeowner in a catastrophic situation.
Yeah, and sometimes first-time home buyers, they might not even be able to get the financing due to the condition of the roof or the rest of the home.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we do not cut corners and we do our proper investigation, inspections, and mitigate any issues that arise from it.
We are on our way to a large department store that sells hardware, and we're there to pick up our 40 bags of cement so Mario can finish the floor. And it's gonna weigh about 2,500 pounds.
We're doing the closets. We made a lot of Jack and Jill twin opening doors, so we could incorporate that additional dwelling unit in there. So it's a lot more, has a lot more flow in that house, and to make that house really versatile for multiple families as well.
And it was dark in there, so I'm sure you put in some
skylights. We put skylights in there. So we're about a week and a half away from finishing. So we had to lay new concrete, redo plumbing, things like that, to really finish that second bathroom as part of that master bathroom down the very end of the house, on the east side of the house, the east wing. So that was a challenge, but the boys are up for the challenge, and it's all been framed and floored now, so that's good.
Where would I park? Where do they bring the forklift? They're gonna bring the forklift out there? Wonder how long it's gonna take for the pallets to load. Oh, so we gotta get in line? And it's gonna take forever. Let's go see if we can sneak in here. Hello. Okay. Lucky.
Yeah, it's all coming together. So I think that we will be ready to go to market, I think, in about 10 days.
Okay.
So
great.
they're actually working today, being Sunday. So
great. People are waiting. People are waiting, man.
It's a great location, and I think we're going to sell that house. I think we're going to sell it for like $269, $279 with the solar. I think that's going to be great. It's super affordable for that area, and I have a prediction that we'll probably sell that in a weekend.
I hope so. I think when we launch it, we'll do an open house that same weekend, and we'll get lots of activity like we do on all the other homes, and then I'm sure we'll have some offers in, and we'll make a decision by Sunday night.
Yeah, and the neighbors are gonna love us because their homes are gonna go up $30,000 in equity.
Yeah,
just by that house.
And then the best part is that most of the homes around us are pretty well taken care of.
That's easier, you know?
Hey, there's a rip in it. Don't know if you don't ask. It's my OCD.
Would you say slightly away from the heart of Fresno? It's sort of like in the middle, right?
I would say so, yes. I would say, yeah. I would say closer to the middle, definitely. Yeah. But it's still close enough to all, like, shopping, schools, freeways, just name it. Like, if it's in a good area, it just was neglected for a little bit. But now that you're here in this neighborhood, you're gonna make sure you bring it back to life.
Well, we just got finished unloading manually 30 bags of stucco and 10 bags of concrete. Each bag weighed 80 pounds. And I got the unfortunate job of having to pick it up off the pallet and load it to the guy. And I think back, and it would have been better for me to have the bag over my shoulder and drop it down than have to pick it up at ground level, bring it up to my waist, and then unload it again. So that's okay, that's what we go to the gym for.
You said it is a mark for Fresno. We see driving by, you can tell that was Darren's house, or so that
you can definitely see our homes.
Yeah, so and now I think we've kind of built that reputation as well here in Fresno. And I know other agents who do mention they do notice, oh yeah, that's a Darren house, and they'll know right away that it's a home that we did. There's no other homes like it. Because I've told you multiple times, like, look, man, there's so many other homes that you can also purchase and remodel and make money on, and you don't have to do all this stuff. You don't have to do the parameter fence. You don't have to go above and beyond, right? You say, no, there's just a standard. I'm not gonna deviate from my standard. I'm gonna make sure I do every single home the right way, no matter what it costs. And we wanna make sure the homes are of great quality. That way we can sell them fast enough to go ahead and reach that quantity that we're looking to get. And now we're getting there. We're getting there. So we have a few homes under our belt right now. We're working on a few more, and we're gonna take this to the next level for sure.
Mate, it's been an absolute awesome journey. I'm so happy that we're friends and partners in this, and it's been a really great pleasure in getting to know you over the last few years, and you know me, and I think we're definitely a great team.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much.
So if you're looking to buy or sell or remodel a home, and you want a brokerage firm that is loyal to their customers, that do care about your home, that do care about the details, then I would recommend my friend Simon with Salazar Group, powered by Remax. They're located here in Fresno, and if you keep watching, very shortly you'll get the details, and please don't hesitate to contact myself or Simon, and between the two of us, we'll make your dreams come true.